Roll us and take a third grade spelling test. Like spelling has anything to do with this?
So please excuse my sarcastic tone. I'm a bit underwhelmed by the sample shown. Mr. Bistro fraternity guy, you got my ass with bloodshot eyes. Get drunk and fight every night. Idolize Bradley, belittle women's rights. Homophobic, racist, and don't give a fucking hey. Do you think you can drive a bigger truck? So wear your baseball cap to the side to let everyone know that you're a nice guy. So cool, was so impressed. Lots of chicks and a barrel chest. Cause you're a real man. Punch for punch, gonna piss in your face while you're passed out drunk. I'm a nice guy, you're a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but all of you are assholes. I'm a nice guy, you're a nice guy. She's a nice guy, but all of you are assholes. Nice guys rule the planets. Oh, I just can't understand it. Conquered defined by deception and lies. Social Darwinism and an overdose of pride. Fuck off, Sherlock! I don't wanna hear it. Fuck off, Sherlock! Read into the lyrics, cause everybody gets their just desserts. As long as you remember that nice guys finish Mr. Whitebeater, you're next on the list. Such a nice guy who speaks through his fists. Prick with a penchant for messing with heads. A broken nose for dinner and breakfast in bed. Alcoholic, paranoid, and suicidal too. But you'll probably kill her before she gets away from you. Screws in a pool of blood and cry. All your friends say that you're a nice guy. Have a drink, this one's on me. Look, you're doing fine, losing to your disease. Comatose, I'll pack your bags. Bury you like cats ready to gag. I'm a nice guy, you're a nice guy. We're all nice guys, but all of you are assholes. He's a nice guy, she's a nice guy. Hey, Tom Bone's a nice guy. All of you are assholes. Nice guys rule the planet. The fundamental conquered defined by deception and lies. Social Darwinism and an overdose of pride. Fuck off, Sherlock! I don't wanna hear it. Fuck off, Sherlock! Read into the lyrics, so let the buggies will quench your thirst. As long as you remember that nice guys finish first.
Everybody, welcome to the Plex. We do the show live every Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/EchoPlex Media. You can support this project at patreon.com/EchoPlex, or even better, over at eplex.store. You pay the $5 a month or whatever, and you get the entire show, including the vodka sandwich red light sent to you, I would say the next morning, but let's be real, like the next afternoon, the next evening. I'm producer Dave. You can find me on Blue Sky at Plex-Dave, and we have a guest for the Plex, which is kind of unusual. What's up?
Are you going to make me a vodka sandwich?
Man, I wish Video Ninja would let me do that for you.
That would be awesome. Hey, Plex, guys, I don't get to join officially that often. Usually we're in the late night hours and the overtime, so glad to be here on the big show.
You want to introduce yourself, or do you need,
hey,
are you a man who needs no introduction?
I thought you introduced me. My name is JustinFreakin. We find out what that news be doing Sunday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern over on my channel. That is, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern for you people over on the West Coast.
Well, hell yeah. Thank you for joining me. I was over on your channel a little bit, and we were watching a movie about a bear and like a housewife who went to prison. And
that was Ted, the TV show, not the movie.
It was a little unsettling because it was Peter Griffin as the bear, and then the soundtrack for it was the show Roseanne. So I was like, what are we watching?
Again, that harmonica noise goes with prison. That's from like Cool Hand Luke. I think that was part of the the working class family and everything with the harmonica. I think that was it was played to that on Roseanne, but no, it's from like 60s, 70s movies.
Anyway, I guess we have another song that we play before we start the news, so I just have something to remind everybody of. It's crucially important.
Everything's fine, and everything's fine, and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine, and everything's fine, and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine, and everything's fine, and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine, and everything's fine. I hope you have a real nice day. The weather, the traffic, the time, and the news. How's your commute? What do you do? Sorry I'm late, I kept hitting snooze. It's just one of those days. You know what they say. It is what it is. Ignorance is bliss. When it rains, it pours. Couldn't ask for more. What goes around comes around, all in good time. I guess that your guess is as good as mine. Everything's fine and everything's fine and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine and everything's fine and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine and everything's fine and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine and everything's fine. I hope you have a real nice day. Everything's fine and everything's fine and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine and everything's fine and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine and everything's fine and it's great. Thanks. Everything's fine and everything's fine. I hope you have a real nice day.
So do you think everything's fine?
No. Did you see Trump's tweet this morning? Is that what we're starting with, or Truth?
No, that's crazy. I didn't really actually get to any news today because I had like errands to run. So like usually
This is the news show. How are we going to do a news show without? Oh, that's why you brought me on.
Well, no, I have news from last Sunday through yesterday night.
Oh, you don't have today's news. Okay.
Yeah. I don't do the news every day. I do the news once a week. Anyway, did you know that the Donald Trump and their administration, they always abide by Congress?
That's not true.
Oh, are you?
They're currently sitting in violation of the Epstein Transparency Act.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that the homegirl, this lady right here, is about to lie to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, let's see what.
But she can also be my GOP mommy.
I think she got a GOP daddy that's like my age and your age combined, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He's way older than us.
On Iran,
I don't think she's 30 yet.
but
I think she's like 28.
if the president does seek,
Probably not, but
we'll see. If the president does seek, or the United States seeks a ground war, does he intend to get congressional authorization of that march?
Look, the president has been asked about boots on the ground or alleged ground operations various times. He's obviously declined to rule them out. It's the Pentagon's job to provide maximum optionality to the president. It does not mean he's made a decision, nor would he ever notify the media of such decision as not to tip.
Oh, bullshit. Would he not know? He would notify everybody via Truth Social. Get the fuck out of here.
He bragged about not notifying the Gang of Eight.
Yeah.
During the strike last summer.
Yeah. That whole Gang of Eight thing is stupid too. Like, it's just like the Congress is like, and this is something we talk about kind of a lot around here. Congress has just like abdicated their responsibility to like,
oh yeah,
like rein in the executive. And it's not Donald Trump. This unitary executive theory was started probably as we know it under Reagan,
like
probably.
Nixon.
And like
I thought it was like a Pat Buchanan thing that goes back to like in like the Buchanan, that wing of the Republican Party that is now pretty much taken over, the fascist, racist part. That was like a marginalized part of the Republican Party during the Nixon administration, and they've just grown stronger and stronger.
Our enemy.
And that's the Heritage Foundation and Federalist Society.
That's something the administration will, of course, always do, and it's something that we have great respect for Congress. The president does with military operations. In fact, prior to the launch of Operation Epic Fury, as you know, the administration gave a courtesy notice to Congress in the Gang of Eight, and top-level administration officials and cabinet secretaries have gone to Congress multiple times over the past 30 days to provide those courtesy briefings to Congress when requested.
I love how she like describes like dealing with Congress like vis-a-vis a war as like a fucking courtesy briefing.
Yeah, not like their enumerated power in the Constitution. But if I remember correctly, like they said they didn't inform Democrats, and it might have been the Iranian strike over the summer last year, that they didn't inform Democrats because they were afraid that the Democrats would rat them out.
Like to the Iranians?
And warn the Iranians? Was it the Iranians?
Oh man, that's crazy. Like this is all really dumb. I feel like our system is fucking stupid. Like you look at other countries, right? They have a prime minister who's like the head of state for the purpose mostly of just meeting people like Donald Trump and having like the rubber chicken dinner with other world leaders. But then like they don't really have executive power. They don't really have executive power the way the United States president does. And I think that's a better system because then they can't like accidentally have a dictator. Yeah.
I want to play, like, can I guess, like, which Hegseth headline you're getting ready to go into? Because this story about Pete Hegseth could be multiple different angles.
Yeah, guess which one this is. It's only 17 seconds.
Is it the Trump didn't want black and women generals to stand next to him?
No, but that, I don't think I have that one. But here, this is just him like talking about like some new plans, I guess.
President Trump has drawn a new strategic map from Greenland to the Gulf of America to the Panama Canal, and it's...
Did he do it in Sharpie?
At the Department of War, we call this strategic map the Greater North America.
So what he's saying is he wants to take over like all of North America.
Oh, well, I guess he said Cuba was next. He said that earlier today. Cuba is next. We're going into Cuba. Like, is that the exact quote? I can give you the exact quote.
No, they're Cuba. They said they're going to go to Cuba next, but like I'm not.
Cuba's going to be next. Cuba's a mess. It's a failing country, and they're going to be next. This was just a few hours ago.
Oh, fantastic. Do you remember when he ran for fucking president? Was like, oh, Kamala Harris is going to send your kids off to war. Fucking motherfucker.
I remember all the Trump supporters telling me he was the president of peace.
Yeah, and now watching all these people on Twitter, dude, I went back on Twitter. Well, I mainly went back on Twitter because watching people freak out about Hassan Piker has been a lot of fun. We got more on that later, but watching these people like they go, oh my God, this known con man and liar lied to me. And it's like, you stupid motherfucker.
Seriously.
Even Brett Weinstein.
This Thomas Massey group of all these people that probably voted for Trump at least in 2016, if not 2020, probably 2024, but they've all turned on him over Epstein. But they still think that, you know, they're right about everything, and they just didn't see it about Trump, and I can't believe I didn't see it. I'm like, we all saw it 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Right. Are you being serious right now? Oh, and then they go, oh, so you love Joe Biden? And I'm like, no, that's not what no. I like him a lot better than Trump.
Yeah. It's like, dude, but But it's like a cult. It's like a cult mindset, right? Where it's got to be yes or no, this or that, or us or them. And it's like, well, I fucking don't really think it's good to join a cult. So
it's a projection thing. So they can't imagine that you don't worship the politician the way they do in the cult of personality way. They can't imagine that you don't have the same insecurities that they have, and they project that onto you. That's why, like, if they'll always, I'm sure you've ran into this, they'll accuse you of getting paid because they can't imagine having the views that you have without getting paid to say it.
Oh, dude, that's
project that onto you.
That's a throwback to like making fun of all the conspiracy theorists, right? Because they do that too. They're like, you're a paid shill, or as Jimmy Dore once wrote to somebody, a page chill, because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That was my favorite thing when somebody released his DMs with them because he was like lying about it. But it's like I think it's just denying that other people have agency, right? That other people could have thought, like, took a look at the world and come up with a different conclusion, right?
Well, cognitive dissonance doesn't allow you to accept anything that conflicts with your worldview.
Yeah, and so that therefore I must not truly believe that you're wrong, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's the chemtrails. People believe that. Oh, you'd mentioned the Epstein files. Don't worry, everybody. It's over. Here is what's this asshole's name? Is this Todd Blanchett? I don't know.
Todd Blanche. This was Trump's personal attorney.
Anyway, as fucking Porky Pig used to say, that's all, folks.
Did. Now, the Epstein files, you'd agree, not handled well? No, and I don't, first of all, I have never heard President Trump say that the Attorney General that anything that happened to her had anything to do with the Epstein files. And so, look, the Epstein files has been a saga that's lasted for the past year. And what happened when the President signed the Transparency Act is the Department of Justice has now released all the files with respect to the Epstein saga. And
no, they haven't.
Attorney General Bondi and I appeared in front of Congress voluntarily a couple weeks ago to answer any questions they had. We have made every single congressman, senator available to come and see any document, redacted, unredacted, that they want. And so I think that to the extent that
that's how we know you're lying.
Of the past year of this Justice Department, should not be a part of anything going forward. Okay, well.
So they released about, from my understanding, is half of it, and then the people that go, oh, you want them to release the CP, and I'm like, no, I don't want them to release that, but like they could reference it, right? They could say
no. They are not releasing many of the documents that mention Trump,
right? I think like estimates are like that about half of it's been released, I think. But then, like, he told on himself by being like, well, we let members of Congress come view stuff. And it's like, well, why would they have to do that if you fucking released everything? It's like
and Dan Goldman went and viewed it, and he said you guys are lying and that you're not releasing the documents, like the one of the 13-year-old that bit Trump's penis. We only know about that from Representative Dan Goldman being able to go in and view the documents unredacted. So we know they have withheld, in violation of the Epstein Transparency Act, withheld documents. What other reason is there other than Trump is guilty?
It might not just be Trump, right? There might be other people. There might be other fucking people. You know, like you see some of these things, you're like, boy, howdy, would I like to know who sent this email? And then like you can't because it's redacted, right?
He told Marjorie Taylor Greene that his friends would get hurt. So we know he is protecting people in his circle, but like I am certain he is guilty.
The problem with that is like, I don't know, man. I don't believe a word that comes out of Marjorie the Gathering's mouth. Just because she's soured on Trump doesn't mean that she's like telling the truth about shit. I don't know. I just because like, you know what I'm saying?
I believe the reporting around that meeting that he told her that his friends would get her. That sounded like him.
Maybe. I
mean, I'm skeptical of Marjorie Taylor Greene, but why would she lie about that?
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing about him and like loyalty being like the most important thing to him, it does track. You're right. It does track where he cares more about loyalty than like honesty or competence.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you know this, but we're a big country, and the federal government is actually only there for war.
Don't send any money for daycare because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big.
Yeah, we have to have this ugly, disgusting, gross fucking solid gold eagle on this fucking podium. Sorry. Sorry, Linda. Your kid can't get a
well.
Your kid can't go to daycare, Linda.
Like, look at him. He is not well. He is struggling to breathe there. And did you see his address on, what was it, Wednesday?
Maybe the media wench did.
This man is gonna croak. It is only a matter of time, like days, weeks.
We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes. But they
wait, what? This motherfucker. This. Next time somebody tells me, "Oh, California's a shithole. The taxes are too high," I'm like, "Hey, man, Donald Trump just suggested that we make them higher." I don't know what to tell you, Cletus.
I mean, he's telling the truth here is what's wild. Who was he speaking to at this event? Now, this is a clip that the White House shared out that we weren't supposed to see. So this wasn't a public event.
We could lower our taxes a little bit.
What group was it?
I don't know.
To make up, but it's not possible for us to take care of daycare, Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things. They can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing: military protection. We have to guard the country. But all these little things, all these little scams that have taken place, you have to let states take care of them, Russell, and you have to do it.
But that's crazy because like there was
vote.
So that's crazy because that illiterate motherfucker Nick Shirley just went to Minnesota and Trump was freaking out about the state like doing daycare in such a way where like Somalis could have daycare.
I am certain he has a learning disability. That's why I don't really want to make fun of him, but also he's doing a hell of a lot of damage right now.
Yeah, it's like he's like, we have all these things to take care of, like the wars I just started.
So this was just a private Easter luncheon, maybe with his cabinet or something. It doesn't say like it wasn't to a particular group or anything. It wasn't open to the press, but the White House posted the video and then deleted it.
These people are fucking incompetent, dude.
It could be incompetence. It could be a leak. It could be either. Who knows?
Well, I listen, you don't need to worry about whatever's going on right now because the economy has so much momentum. Mind you, a momentum or inertia.
The Dow's not over 50,000 anymore.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying is it has a momentum or inertia, but they're not telling you which way it's traveling. Could be downward momentum, downward inertia.
And what's now is West Texas crude, which is what we produce here in the U.S. We're a net exporter of oil. On February 27th, it was $67 a barrel. And now we're at $111 for West Texas crude. I think the question there is, what can our economy tolerate? How high can it go?
Well, you can see that right now our economy has so much momentum that it's humming along. Don't forget that our economy is much different than the 1970s economy, where we didn't really produce the oil. I think the energy dominance strategy of President Trump.
I don't doubt that Trump's friends are making bank off of oil right now.
Yeah, yes.
They
also,
want the price of oil to skyrocket.
Also, like trading on oil futures and stuff. You think these people aren't doing fucking insider trading? Get the whole fuck out of here.
There is so much in we're not going to be finding out about this shit like 10, 15 years from now. We're still going to be finding out different schemes they were doing.
These higher prices are a temporary phenomenon, and it's going to end very soon. President Trump just gave an amazing address about that. The bottom line is that the energy prices are going down as this quiets down, and you don't have to believe me. Just look at the futures markets, which trade future contracts on these things, and they're way back headed towards normal by the fall. And
yeah, but the futures market—that's because you and your friends fucking pumped and dumped that shit.
Yep.
Yo, they have a whole fucking. They have a whole.
It.
They have whole app ecosystems like Kalshi and Polymarket that are just for them to do insider trading.
Absolutely. And we've gotten to where we watch a lot of Harry Enton on my stream now. I kind of like Harry Enton. He's a cute twink. He's really funny, very insightful. But they have started using Kalshi. Kalshi is sponsoring it, I'm sure, as like, oh, this is what the prediction markets are saying about this. This is what and like this is a new thing. Like the last week, I am very much not into it.
Like I think that we're going to learn a lot of shit about like this Kalshi thing. Like this all assumes, by the way, that like that we don't just descend into like techno fascism in the next couple of years with like God King Peter Thiel or whatever.
There. This is techno fascism. We've got AI powered robot dogs patrolling Atlanta right now.
Man, I want to hack one of those dogs.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Anyway, we're going to move on to, I guess, Iran specifically. And did you know that they better do what the fuck we say?
President,
of course,
this morning about his threat that on leaving Iran, he said we might be blowing up and completely obliterating all of their electric generating plants, oil wells, Harg Island, and possibly all desalinization plants. Under international law, striking civilian infrastructure like that is generally prohibited. Why is the president threatening what would amount to potentially a war crime with the U.S. military? And how do you square that with the administration repeatedly saying that the U.S. does not target civilians?
Look, the president has made it quite clear to the Iranian regime at this moment in time, as evidenced by the statement that you just read, that their best move is to make a deal, or else the United States Armed Forces has capabilities beyond their wildest imagination, and the president is not afraid to use them. That's not what I said, Garrett.
That is actually what you said.
Saying the word potential.
And to follow up, Iran said today that the U.S. is in no position to try to dictate the terms of any agreement.
I'm sure some experts are telling you that in your ear to try to ask me that question. Of course, this administration and the United States Armed Forces will always act within the confines of the law. But with respect to achieving the full objectives of Operation Epic Fury, President Trump is going to move forward unabated, and he expects the Iranian regime to make a deal with the administration.
Wait a minute. We're going to follow the law, but also we're going to do this unabated. So like she just fucking like, come on. Like it's so obvious contradiction. Like in like 2 seconds.
Do you want me to read the truth from today?
Yeah, read the truth from today.
Because it is so insane. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day. This is apparently happening at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. That's what he tweeted later, or truth later. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump.
I mean, what the... Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. This is insane. I mean, next, folks,
that's real.
Like, if you tune in next week, I know it's like behind the news cycle, but I only do one news show a week. There's like a lot of media response to that, and some of it's like positive, which is crazy. But
we watched a clip of Fox News like praising him for that tweet or truth.
Right, they're like, he's really reaching out to the Islamic community.
It was Daryl Issa and Jesse Waters, and they were just stroking him.
Oh, Daryl Issa is going to get gerrymandered the fuck out of a job. Fuck yeah.
Hey, Dave, Issa's not your congressman, is he?
No. Is it Ro Khanna? I forget who's the congressman for.
Oh, Ro Khanna.
It's Eric Swalwell, or as Dan Bidandi called him, Eric Swallowswell.
Oh, Swalwell. He might be your governor next.
Maybe. Hopefully, it's not Matt Mahan.
Are you? We can get into this some other time. But I was saying, Daryl Issa, he has aged like 30 years in the last 5 years. Have you seen him lately?
I feel like I've aged 30 years in the last 5 years.
Fair enough, but you don't look it. You look about the same as you did 5 years ago. I'm
still sad about twink death. There's two twink deaths. One is when you are no longer a twink, and the second one is when it is no longer appropriate for you to date twinks.
Damn.
Anyway, we should move on here. because here we go. Here's Donald Trump. You know, if they don't make a deal with us or whatever, they're going to do a lot of war. We're going to do a lot of war crimes.
I was never a twink. I was an otter.
On key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target.
That's not true.
Because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding. But we could hit it, and it would be gone, and there's not a thing they could do about it.
All right. Well, this is fucking just straight up like threatening essentially ethnic cleansing. And there's like all these dumb fucks that are like, oh, he's doing this on behalf of Benjamin Netanyahu. I'm like, the fuck he is. I'm like, Benjamin Netanyahu is not a good actor in all of this, but Donald Trump isn't doing this on behalf of fucking Benjamin Netanyahu. You don't give
There's lots of perverse incentive structures. And Israel is playing a huge role in us going into Iran. They apparently drug us into it.
Oh, my hypothesis is Trump found out that that they were going to do an airstrike, and Trump was like, "Not without me. Let's go, America." I swear to you, I think that's what happened.
No, Israel was going to go in without us, and we felt we needed to. They were going. Iran would respond on us anyway. That was the reasoning that, as I understand it,
that they gave. I think it was simpler. I think it was more simple than that. I think it was just that Trump was like, "What do you mean you can't do a war thing without me? I'm the war guy. I'm the tough guy." Like it was more like it would have almost been a hit to his ego to not be the one to do the attack, in a way.
But I think us with Iran right now is Israel. That is at Israel's behest, or otherwise we'd be in Cuba or Greenland.
Well, they have
conquest. Colonialism is definitely the project of the many billionaires that back Donald Trump. But I don't think it would be specifically Iran at this moment if it wasn't for Israel. But once again, many perverse incentive structures working.
Well, don't worry. They have one chance to make a deal with us, actually. One chance. Oops.
Result,
if you had one shot, one opportunity
to postpone planned strikes,
would you take it?
Power plants. And as a result, President Trump issued a 10-day pause to postpone planned strikes on Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure. This remains a truly once-in-a-generation opportunity for the regime to make a good deal with the United States, permanently abandon their nuclear ambitions, and stop acting as the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism.
They don't care about that stuff. I think there's a couple things. I think one, Donald Trump thinks he's going to steal their oil. But it's actually expensive. It's expensive.
That's why those helicopters that's why those planes got shot down. That's probably what they were doing, was trying to steal the oil.
It's expensive as fuck to steal the
uranium too.
It's so expensive to steal the oil that you might as well just fucking buy it, right? Like, all right, we're almost out of the Iran part here. I promise. We got we murdered him. We murdered all those people in Iran.
We can ran so far away.
We murdered all those people in Iran because their government didn't negotiate with us quickly enough.
When the president says more reasonable, again, these folks are appearing more reasonable behind the scenes privately in these conversations than perhaps some of the previous leaders who are now no longer on planet Earth because they lied to the United States and they strung us along in negotiations, and that was unacceptable to the president, which is why many of the previous leaders were killed. So again, this is another historic opportunity for Iran to do the right thing.
Another historic opportunity for them to like negotiate with us and then have us just blow them up anyway.
I can't smoke here, right?
Oh, you can smoke. I don't care. You can't smoke here. This is like a shitty podcast that nobody listens to. You can do crack on my podcast for all I care. Not good for your health. I'm not
gonna do crack, but maybe some mushrooms. I'm done. Maybe some molly.
Yeah, have you seen the media went stream? Anyway, so here's we got two extremely bloodthirsty.
You got rules for the Plex. I didn't want to violate Plex rules. Oh, maybe there's no smoking while we're on the podcast.
No. This is because I got a co-host and we're co-streaming too. It's a little more casual, I guess. So here's the two of the bloodthirstiest motherfuckers on the planet. Just fucking, I don't know. Are they going to Christerbait together later or something about this? This is Sean Hannity.
Christerbait? I have never heard that phrase.
I didn't make it up. I'll take credit. Though.
Graham and who else? Who's the Christerbait?
With Sean Hannity.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
What I learned tonight, Iran's going to have a choice in 2 to 3 weeks. You either do a deal where you get out of the business you're in, or we're going to blow your stuff up that will allow you to function as a nation. That is your choice.
Well, let me ask this, because, by the way, I don't even think they have 2 or 3 weeks, Senator. That's 2 or 3 weeks when their infrastructure would be blown up. That's their electric grid. That is their ability to have any income. The lifeblood of their entire economy is oil. So that would no longer exist. Let me ask.
So, yeah, these people, because, I mean...
They just want to wipe Iran off the map.
Yeah, well, if there's one thing Lindsey Graham hates, it's Arab people, right? He doesn't even care what religion or no religion or whatever it is. If they're in a country that he thinks is, I don't know, fucking has a Muslim, he would call it Muslamic or something, right? If he's just like, I don't know, kill them all. They don't think that, like, there's this idea that a lot of people can't grasp really, that people in Iran are just us, but in Iran, right? They're not that different. They're not different from us in many ways at all. They're just fucking people. And if we cut off their electricity, they're not going to learn their lesson. They're just going to die.
And get really pissed at. We're going to radicalize them and create a new 9/11 in 20 years.
Yeah, like, this is crazy. Even Donald Rumsfeld understood after he did all this shit, he fucking eventually came around to understanding what the fuck blowback is. I don't know if you ever saw that. That was that documentary, Known Unknowns, or the Rumsfeld Rules documentary. Like, I was like, whoa, even this guy knows what blowback is. I'm like, it's unfortunate that he just figured it out yesterday. But
the other day I was thinking about John McCain. I was kind of sad because, man, he would have loved to have seen so many Americans die in Iran. He would have been rock hard right now.
Yeah, I know. And his daughter is just too stupid to, like, carry on his warmongering legacy, so...
Had the biggest crush on her when he was running for president in 2000. I feel bad about it. Yuggy.
So the people, I guess,
I left Dave speechless.
All the time. So the people that are in control of Iran's government, now after we wiped out the last 2 or 3 groups of people in charge of Iran's government, those people are lunatics. Or I guess they're not as soon as Donald Trump says they're not. Here's fucking Marco Rubio on Good Morning America.
These people are lunatics. They are insane. They are religious zealots who can never be allowed.
Wait, are you talking about you? You talking about
Did you see what Donald Trump said?
Yeah, are you talking about
you? Have you seen the religious nuts around him? Maybe the picture of everyone praying around Trump.
Dude, they fucking there's rumors that, and it's hard to confirm this, but there's rumors that before the attack that they were telling the soldiers that they were going there on a fucking holy war and shit. I
think there's a clip of it. I think Hegseth has said it, like, in public.
So there's this, I think everybody here knows this, but there's this segment. It's not all evangelicals, but it's not none of them that think that, like, the world's going to fucking end when some kind of Armageddon happens in the Middle East, and then fucking Jesus come back and raptures everybody except for the Jews who don't fucking convert to Christianity. And if you're not into, like, bringing that about, you yourself are anti-Semitic, which I find a little bit interesting. Anyway,
These people are lunatics. They are insane. They are religious zealots who can never be allowed to possess a nuclear weapon because they have an apocalyptic vision of the future, and all of their neighbors know that, by the way, which is why all of their neighbors have been supportive of the efforts we're conducting.
You call them lunatics, but the president just had this post where he says we're in discussions with a new and more reasonable regime. Let me try to pin you down on that. Who is this new and more reasonable regime? Is the United States in direct contact with them?
Well, I'm not going to disclose to you who those people are because it probably would get them in trouble with some other groups of people inside of Iran. Look, there's some fractures going on there internally.
Oh no, he couldn't say, I have no idea what the president is talking about, because I think that's what just happened. He got blindsided by, like, something the president said, like, while he was, like, in the green room or something, get ready to go on Good Morning America. But fuck Marco
That
Rubio.
happens all the time.
Marco Rubio is going to sign on to anything essentially if eventually down the line it means fucking invading Cuba. That's been like one of his huge policy things that he's wanted since he started being like in the eye of the public, like as a political operator or whatever. It's just one of the things he's been advocating for.
I saw this earlier and I didn't have time to look it up and confirm it because I just saw it on like a Twitter post or something. I didn't see from a reliable source. I've not confirmed it. If somebody in the chat would like to confirm it, please do it. Marco Rubio apparently is an anchor baby, that he is someone who benefited from birthright citizenship, that he was born here and then his parents became citizens a few years later.
I believe when he was born, I looked into a little bit. When he was born, his parents were in the process, right? Like, I don't care. Come here and have your kids. Fuck it. The people we have here are hot garbage. Maybe your kids will be better.
But they weren't citizens at the time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care about that, but it does make them all look like fucking hypocrites.
I mean, I don't care, but that makes them hypocrites.
Yeah. And I mean, we're all hypocrites, but at least I'm not a hypocrite about that. So, did you know that we won? We won Vietnam?
We did?
This is somebody whose name is McCormick. He's on, I know who that guy is on the left. That's fucking Todd Starnes. I don't know if you know this, but we won Vietnam. Watch this. I'm not kidding.
Well, maybe the woke schools taught me wrong. That's possible.
Yeah, I don't want to have boots on the ground, but also I want to have all options on the table. One of the things we've done poorly in the past is we do this thing called limited warfare. It's never worked for us. When we go to war college or we do command and staff college, we always learned that the worst kind of way to fight any war is to do it half-assed. We were horrible in Afghanistan and Iraq until we did surge ops, and then we won. We were horrible in Vietnam.
Under Obama.
Also, the Taliban won in Afghanistan, as evidenced by the fact that the Taliban chased us out of Afghanistan.
Right now. Yeah.
Rolling Thunder 1 and Rolling Thunder 2, and then we won. As soon as we go half measures, we lose popular support. The faster we get this over, the better. If we seize Karg Island, that is technically boots on the ground, it can be done almost flawlessly. We have enough firepower that would be very easy to defend. I know nobody wants to see that, but at the same time, we can choke them off, end this war, and get back to business so that everybody's gas prices come back down, and so they're not funding Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. The people will be happy. But the longer we drag this on, the more frustrated the people will get, and the less support we'll have.
I assume most of the people listening to me right now are my age or older, but if you are younger than me and you did not live through the Iraq War, they said the exact same thing on the cable news, like the exact same shit. Oh, it's going to be easy. We're going to have this over with, blah, blah, blah. Like the exact same thing. Like they're full of shit.
I think I'm one of the few cable TV hosts who does not want to know what's happening over there right now. You know, again, it's let them do their jobs. We'll get all the details after the fact, but we've got to put our trust here in the president and the Secretary of War.
So that we were kind of talking over it, but he said that essentially that like we in Vietnam we were doing like limited warfare and then we like took the fucking gloves off and won, which is not true.
Well, we were like operating like when you're talking about operating like with small forces, special ops, that was under like Eisenhower. But when people think about Vietnam, they're thinking about like Johnson ramped it up, but Johnson didn't even ramp it up to near what Nixon did. God, what a fucking long conflict.
And a long con.
And a long con indeed.
So I guess there's, that ballroom that Trump's building or whatever, where it's going to look like somebody barfed gold all over the fucking thing. Well, I guess there's a fucking military base under there.
I heard that there was a bomb shelter.
Can you tell us more about this massive military complex underneath the president's new ballroom?
I cannot tell you more about that, actually, as a matter of fact. However, the military is making some upgrades to their facilities here at the White House, and I'm not privy to provide any more details on that at this time. Go ahead. Reagan.
If I was like blue sky bluing-on pilled, I'd be like, well, he's just preparing to not leave office in 2029.
A judge has halted construction of the ballroom. The White House or the DOJ filed an emergency order on Friday. What they are arguing is that it puts the entire administration, including Trump's life, in jeopardy to stop construction. Yeah, seriously. Because you have the open construction site and people could see the bunker that's being built under it. That enemies would have a schematic of what the bunker is.
Have these motherfuckers ever heard of
imperative?
Have these motherfuckers ever heard of a tarp?
I mean, it's just a hole right now. I don't even really know that they've done anything beyond just dig a hole.
It's the best hole, like my daughter. Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, that was a good one.
It's never not funny making fun of First Lady Ivanka. Anyway, so did you know that the Trump Presidential Library is going to be in a skyscraper in Miami?
Okay, so I had a right-wing podcast watching this video. It was one of my possible clips that I was going to play today, and I didn't watch it, so I have no clue what this is. I mean, I know it's a AI video of what could be a Trump library. Did Trump share this out?
I think Eric did. You know, Eric, my dad's a president. Did you know my dad's a president? Like the fucking end of Jurassic Park, dude. Oh yeah, the music. This is giving big fucking Scientology video vibes.
Even the building kind of looks like a Scientology building.
Look at like the inside too. It looks like, yeah, that totally looks like the fucking inside of the Scientology centers, dude, when they show the inside. Except the difference here is that the AI generated people here ostensibly want to be there.
Is that supposed to be the Qatari plane?
You see that golden statue, dude?
Because the Qatari plane is supposed to be the plane they're going to use. I know. I'd seen the picture of the statue.
This is super fitting too because there's almost as many people on stage as in the audience. It's like a bad DJ gig kind of where everybody wants to hang out on the fucking stage. Oh, this is terrible.
The ballroom. Wait a minute, what is the ballroom in his library? Or is it a recreation?
Oh, yeah, dude, I think there's like a recreation of like the Oval Office and shit in it. It's so bad.
Most presidents do that, what their Oval Office look like, and that's cool, but like, he's going to build a ballroom? Or is he saying that the White House is going to be the Trump Presidential Library?
Don't worry, he's gonna explain all this to you, actually.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear it. I'm sure it's coherent.
I got one.
Lucid and coherent.
Photo of what will be the Trump Presidential Library. Yeah. It's a huge skyscraper.
In Miami.
Is that all a library? What else is going in?
No, well, it's a library. It's a museum or a library. It's a presidential, but I wouldn't start it till I'm out of office. I don't believe in building libraries or museums. It's really like the Barack Hussein.
I don't know. I don't agree with building libraries or museums.
Of course, he talks out of both sides of his ass. But did he say something about Barack?
Yeah, we can go back. The audio on this is a little bit scuffed, isn't it?
He said something about Barack, didn't he?
He hates Barack Obama. Yeah, we can start it over.
But he's also been like, Barack Obama was really nice to me. He was courteous. Like, it's so weird.
Eric posted a photo of what will be the Trump Presidential Library. Yeah. It's a huge skyscraper.
In Miami.
Is that all a library? What else is going in?
No, well, it's a library. It's a museum or a library. It's a presidential, but I wouldn't start it till I'm out of office. I don't believe in building libraries or museums. It's really like the Barack Hussein Obama one in Chicago. In not a good location, and it's a very unattractive building that's seriously late and seriously...
It is ugly, but I'm assuming there's a reason why it looks the way it does. I would love to hear like what the architect said. Like, I was going for this, and it's a tribute to this. I'm sure there's some backstory to it, but like just aesthetically, it is ugly. Have you seen it?
No, but what if the point is that it's supposed to just look like all the other fucking regular ass buildings and like all the good shit's inside?
It doesn't look like regular ass buildings. No.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I don't give a fuck what the presidential libraries look like.
You should look at it and give me your opinion. Like, I'm sure there's some reason why it looks like that, but it is ugly. He is correct on that. The Trump one is ugly too. Yeah.
Great one here, and it'll go up on time, on budget. Best location in Miami.
It'll go up on budget because you're not going to pay anybody.
They say it's the best block in Miami, and the state worked with us.
Will people live in the floors?
No, it's going to be most likely a hotel. You know, this concept could be office, but it's most likely going to be a hotel with a beautiful building underneath. And
so it's still going to be real estate. It's still going to be real estate for him.
It's just another real estate scam that he's going to slap his name on, having been the former president. This guy's not going to live that long, dude. I'm not into this. I'm not into this Blue Anon shit where they're like, oh, he's got cankles, he's dying, and I'm just like, dude, the guy brags about not eating right and never exercising, and he's old, so he's not gonna be around for long. Like, that's how it goes. You know who Paula White is?
There's something wrong with him now.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, he's not long for this world. Just he's like not a healthy person.
Today he looked really bad. This entire week he's worse and worse. We're seeing him deteriorate at a rapid pace right in front of our eyes. How much further can he deteriorate?
I don't know. Everybody keeps saying he's going to die. So anyway, do you know who Paula White is?
He is going to die, but
do you know who Paula White is?
Oh, yeah. I have a video of her like beatboxing and shit.
So here's
I put her beatboxing to Trump doing the double dick dance. She is a crazy white supremacist preacher, for those of you who do not know.
Yeah, she's a spiritual advisor to the president of the United States. Here's her just straight up comparing
Speaks in tongues.
Here's her just straight up comparing Donald Trump to Jesus on Easter or approaching Easter. I don't really care about this stuff, but I would think that the devout should.
But as I prayed, it was like the Holy Spirit just zoned me in and said, tell President Trump how thankful you are for him. And I think
That's a lot of glazing.
And I felt like I was conveying the heart of God for all of us, that we are thankful for the greatest champion of faith that we've ever seen in a president. And we honor...
Wait, is that Franklin Graham?
Unwavering...
Yeah. I don't... This ghoul to the left of Donald Trump looks familiar, too, but I think he looks like that very little man from Will and Grace. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think he's from Focus on the Family, if I remember.
And stand for religious liberty here in America and around the world. And you recognize the power and the name of Jesus Christ. I remember when we told our first briefing, you can now pray again and worship again. They begin to shout and praise and say, thank you, Lord, and sing in their...
Pray again, worship again. When could they not pray or worship?
That the strength of a nation is through Almighty God. And you have not backed away from any of this. Thank you for allowing me to serve you, to serve people of faith, and to serve the American people. I've heard many people take credit for you being here, or for some of your victories, and for being in the sacred office of the president. But the truth of it is you are here because of God and because of you.
everybody.
President Trump. Jesus taught us so many lessons.
Man, at least The Handmaid's Tale was entertaining. What the fuck?
Through his death, burial, and resurrection, he showed us great leadership. Great transformation requires great sacrifice. And Mr. President, no one has paid the price like you have paid the price. It almost cost you your life.
She did kind of deify him.
And arrested. And falsely accused. It's a familiar pattern.
Just like Jesus.
Savior showed us. But it didn't end there for him, and it didn't end there for you. God always had a plan. On the third day, he rose, he defeated evil, he conquered death, hell, and the grave. And because he rose, we all know that we can rise. And sir, because of his resurrection, you rose up. Because he was victorious, you were victorious. And I believe that the Lord said to tell you this. Because of his victory, you will be victorious in all you put your hand to.
Yeah, I don't know. For religious folks, this is fucking blasphemy, right?
Okay. Hold on. Before you put it back up for a sec. I know you don't want to hear this, but she's a very good-looking woman, and I have a resurrection for her. She can be my GOP mommy.
Of course. Of course. She could be your GOP mommy.
I'll have her speaking in tongues.
Trump took a look up and down, too, and was like, ooh, you look like Ivanka. So you and him probably agree.
Oh, I'm sure she's way too old for Trump, because I'm betting she's over 60. Has had a lot of work done, you can tell.
Did you know sometimes, I don't know how he managed to do this, but he used to go to Sunday and Saturday school 3 times a week. I think that's 2 days, but like whatever. It's that new math. It's Common Core. Common Core.
It's Steiner math. It's your 66 2/3. I'm just dropping all the lines tonight.
Subject to talk about. First off, to give honor to God and to President Trump for being bold and unwavering with his faith. Many people don't know, like you do, and say hello to Eric and everyone in the family about the upbringing of President Trump, that he went to sometimes 3 times.
What is Klan dad?
He said it depended on the teacher, to Saturday school, Sunday school, church. It was at Norman Vincent Peale's. Church was a big part of his life, of course.
Oh, get the whole fuck out of here. I am as sure as of any other president. I am more sure that Donald Trump is a fucking atheist.
I don't want to step on you. Are you getting ready to show what he did this morning instead of going to church?
No, I don't have that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because you don't have Sundays. Well, she said that leading up to Easter. He did not go to church today. He played golf.
I mean, who amongst us is not
on Easter?
I mean, that's
and praised Allah.
Yeah, I mean that's his religion, right?
Yeah. I would assume. Have you ever played golf before, Dave?
Yeah. It's
actually pretty addicting.
I'm not rich enough.
I understand.
So we got, I think we're going to, hell yeah, this is the last, I think this is the last of the Trump stuff. Did you know that Donald Trump is the most well-read person in any room?
So that's not true.
To encourage everyone to
be most well-read on Hitler quotes.
Read person in every room that you're in. That was a piece of advice one of my predecessors, Dana Perino, gave to me before I took this job. She said, you always want to be the most well-read person in the room. And I try to be every day. But Donald Trump always is. That man does not miss a story, let me tell you. He's always reading the papers and watching the TV. He doesn't miss anything anyone says in the whole how he does it and consumes it all. And it's a lot. And, you guys are busy, right? You're students. You're working. You're in school.
Man, this is a Turning Point USA event. Most of the people in the audience are retired.
Want to have fun, you want to live lives, you can consume every piece of news, but before you get really hot and bothered about something, or maybe angry, or even really encouraged by something, check other sources and then use your best judgment to sort of balance
what the truth is. And unfortunately, that's just the way it has to be done.
And when you have that heavy...
God, she's check other sources. All these people, they're like, no, she's, I don't know. That's, I didn't even put that. I thought about putting that Turning Point USA event like on for Red Light, but I just cannot I can no longer watch this woman pyrotechnically pretend to grieve her dead husband. I just can't fucking do it anymore. It's fucking disgusting.
I have not done the whole controversy with Drewski and shit, but I have a bunch of right-wing responses to it because, like, I think he looked amazing. I have not watched the actual skit to judge the comedy, but I thought he definitely nailed the get up.
We watched it last week.
I'm going to watch it on stream because I have so many reactions to it.
We watched it last week. We opened with it. It was very good. Very, very good. It was very funny.
Oh, glad to hear it. But like, there's like Kirk is talking about bringing legal action. South Park has responded.
So the legal action thing was fake. Drewski never posted
was it
that.
Fake?
It was fake. There was a lot of fake stuff around it. That's
See,
why
I said I haven't done it on the show yet. That's why, like, I have it on my list. But South Park did respond to her and said that Charlie Kirk knew how to take a joke, loved it when we made fun of him and used a picture from our episode as his profile pic, and didn't try to go after people for comedy.
So I have a feeling that the reason Kristi Noem was let go wasn't for her mishandling of Minneapolis, but rather,
no, I think he probably approves of the way she handled Minneapolis.
I think people
maybe not the way she handled the press.
I think people knew this was going to come out, and I do you know what this is, Justin? Kristi Noem.
I assume it's the bimbofication.
It's her husband, the bimbofication of her husband.
Apparently he has a humiliation fetish. So this has been the best week of his fucking life.
So. She's asking for privacy. The family's asking for privacy in this trying time.
Former Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is asking for privacy and prayers tonight. She's said to be devastated by a report alleging her husband has been what is being called a cross-dressing double life. Senior national correspondent Rich Edson has details tonight. Good evening, Rich.
Good evening, Brett. Well, former Homeland Security Secretary.
Okay, can I interject here? I don't even think he was cross-dressing. The pictures I saw, he's just in like hot pants and has some chest plate thing. Like, he's not like wigged up. He's not makeup.
Yeah, no
not
style.
Like,
no style.
Yeah. Like, this is not some cross-dressing thing. He's got some boob fetish or something, or a humiliation kink, and somebody's told him to dress like that. Once again, I kept hearing humiliation kink from different reporters this week.
And Trump are responding to a report regarding Noem's husband's alleged online activities. A spokesperson tells the Daily Mail that she's devastated and that, quote, the family was blindsided by this, and they ask for privacy and prayers at the time. President Trump tells the outlet he knew nothing about it, adding, wow, I feel badly for the family. If that's the case, that's too bad. The Daily Mail
Why?
Hundreds of messages between Brian Noem and 3 women involved in a site where men cross-dress. The Mail posted several of these photos and writes, Brian Noem allegedly sent women in the community $25,000 in virtual payments. Brian Noem did not deny the explicit conversations, but says he never put national security at risk.
Oh, well, that's good. I don't know. Yeah,
no,
I guess
apparently he made mention of who his wife was.
Jesus
like, it wasn't like overt, but like it was in passing that he made mention of who his wife was. Were these doms that he was having humiliate him, I assume?
Like FinDom thing, maybe?
I think, yeah, he wanted to be like feminized or something, has the hosiery fetish. He's told them up front, and then they've like made him dress like that, and then they kink shame him and humiliate him and blah, blah, blah. This is just a guess. We're speculating here.
But I agree that there was no national security concern. Like, the dude's just he's just living his best life. Like, I say, let your freak flag fly.
No. The concern was that a foreign agent could have found this out and then used it to blackmail Noem. And that is actually a security risk.
Up a potential blackmail situation. Quote, yeah, I made no comments like that. That would lead to that. Brian Noem operates a crop insurance agency. He and Christy Noem married in 1992. They have 3 adult-age children. Earlier this month, President Trump ousted Secretary Noem from her role.
So my advice would be, if you've got some kink, do it out in the open. That way no one can ever hold it against you.
I feel like he should just start an OnlyFans now.
Yeah. He'll probably make a lot of money.
What was that fucking Sheryl Sandberg book that all the fucking white shit lib lady liked for a while? Lean In?
After congressional hearings where she had difficulty answering whether she was having an affair with top aide Corey Lewandowski. With her husband seated behind her, she also faced questions about more than $200 million in DHS ad campaigns that featured Noem. Democrats are investigating that businesses that received money on that contract. The president named Noem as special envoy to the Shield of the Americas, Brett.
All kinds of stories today. Rich,
Lots
thank
of
you.
them, yep.
All right.
Also, like, I mean, if I
They
was
didn't
going to
show the pictures.
No, but you could find them. They're easy enough to find, and they're kind of funny. I saw them, and I was like, "This is hilarious." I don't see what the fuck. I don't see like. It's like, this is great.
I showed them. I put one on my thumbnail on YouTube.
No, I know. What I'm saying is, like, I saw them. I thought it was funny. I was like, this is adorable. Actually, I'm like, this is the most human thing about this fucking couple I've ever heard of. If I was conspiracy brained, which I might be on this one, I feel like maybe they leaked this because
You have a tinfoil hat on.
So I feel like it's possible that maybe they leaked this to take the heat off of like other, like the fraud investigation they were talking about with the DHS money and stuff. I feel like maybe they leaked this because now nobody's talking about the money that went to like through the ad agency that for DHS, because now they're just talking about the dude's big boobies.
I don't know what to think about that, because apparently it had been shopped around for like a year and outlets wouldn't, like the New York Post turned it down.
That's pretty fucking sad. Imagine like your fucking...
I don't know that they had the pictures. I think the Daily Mail had to do some digging to find the pictures, and that's when it became I think without the pictures it wasn't a story. So did the Daily Mail get the pictures from the Gnomes? That's possible. And that could go in, that plays into what you're talking about.
But who knows? I'm just saying, let your freak flag fly, right? Like, if this is what you're into, I don't give a fuck. I just wish
Again, if he has a humiliation kink, this was the best goddamn week of his life.
he's been hard.
He came in a way he has never come before.
Unless they put him in a cock cage or something.
I've seen him come through the cock cage. What are you talking about? You don't have to touch it to make it come.
As a person who has bottomed, I understand. Anyway, we're going to move on to something less fun. This is John Fetterman, who, man, there better be a fucking primary challenger to this guy in fucking 2008. Jesus Christ. Here's one example of why this guy's been like on a tour right now. This guy's got a fucking public humiliation fetish.
Look back years, that's kind of the way things used to work. Remember Senator Lieberman not that long ago, Scoop Jackson, Moynihan, people like that.
Scoop Jackson, not that long ago.
Scoop Jackson sounds like a sex move.
And then areas of...
Oh, I gave her the old Scoop Jackson.
30 years, that's kind of the way things used to work. Remember Senator Lieberman not that long ago, Scoop Jackson, Moynihan, people like that.
Lieberman died like 30 years ago.
Areas of overlap, and then areas of ideological differences. That's the way it goes.
I've described, someone asked me, who's the leader of the Democratic Party? I said, no, that's TDS. That's Trump derangement syndrome. Our party is increasingly defined by the exact opposite of what Trump says. I said that Trump could come out with, for ice cream and lazy Sundays, we as Democrats, we would decide we have to vote that down, and that's a bad thing.
I hate that argument, because that is like the right wingers are always like, oh, Trump could cure cancer, but Trump has not cured cancer. He cut funding for cancer research. You see why you sound so fucking stupid.
Also, like, I would vote against a bill in Congress that said that Sunday was a day for ice cream and lazy Sunday just because it's stupid.
Yeah, that's not something the government should be doing.
And some people, like, if you're okay, who gets the lazy Sunday? Certainly not the person at the ice cream shop, right? So it's not for everybody.
Great point.
I always agreed I'm going to follow what I think is right. Now, for me, every single Democrat should be fully supportive of Israel. That's the one nation in the region that has the kinds of values and then the kinds of
Are you fucking kidding me? That's like the one, like, there are Islamic republics that reflect my values better, that have women in burqas that reflect my values better than Israel. Come the fuck on.
Whether, like, for example, the whole Queers for Palestine people, parts of it, it's crazy. You know, Israel, you know, they have a democratic leader there.
Why is that crazy?
Oh, it's that same shit. Do you remember when the new atheists, remember when new atheism went fucking potato, and then you'd be like, I don't actually hate Muslims. And they're like, oh, well, they're going to throw your gay ass off the top of a building. And I'm like, not the ones in my neighborhood. What are you talking about?
No.
And
every Muslim I have ever met has been, I can't say all the Christians because I've met some great Christians, but like the majority of Muslims I've met have been like caring and honest and compassionate.
I presume the majority. I presume the majority of Muslims that I've met, I didn't even know they were Muslim because I didn't ask them what their fucking religion was because it's fucking not something that really comes up much.
Yeah, they could have been Buddhist or Tamil or fucking a-religious or something, you know? Like, everybody comes in different flavors. And that's the beauty of life. That's why you're not legislating everybody's got to have vanilla.
They have the kind of values that we all live in, the way we want, you know, in our country. And now
I like moose tracks.
Becoming, you know, openly hostile to Israel, and now they are now making choices to vote against defensive things like Iron Dome because Hezbollah or these other nations are going to fire missiles at civilians.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, the idea that war doesn't kill civilians is fucking stupid. That's why you shouldn't go to war, because you're necessarily going to kill civilians. But like Israel specifically, they kill civilians. Like, I don't. What do they think? Do you think the Israeli bombs just don't blow up civilians? Like, what are they talking about? Has these people looked at Gaza?
Oh, I can't wait to find out what Matthew Broderick and Larry David have to say.
Unfortunately, this is Eric Metaxas and whoever the fuck James. I'm sorry, his name is Kunstler.
Kunstler.
Do we have any Aussies here? Aussies, you could make the joke. I can't. All right. Are any Aussies around? Anyway, we need to outlaw the Democratic Party. Shout out to Right Wing Watch.
At some point, I think Mr. Trump is going to have to go Abe Lincoln on the Democratic Party. He's going to have to declare some kind of a national emergency. He may have to declare the Democratic Party as a seditious outlaw organization and do something about it.
You're a fascist.
Look, even Eric Metaxas, did you see him? He's like, whoa.
You're a fascist, bro. That's what that means. I'm sorry. He'd be like, oh, you're throwing out the word fascist at everybody. Like, he literally described fascism.
Well, see, that's crazy because he's the little notes behind him are almost like trans colors. Look at that. He's got like woke notepads.
Got the trans flag back there.
Here's part of the larger narrative. We live in a time where stringent is no longer on the table. Like, we kind of act like we've evolved past having to do anything
really. Sometimes
dramatic.
That's a gay man.
No, I mean, you know, and I know it's not.
Sometimes times require real action. That can't be avoided.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You know that, and I know that, but we live in a world where people act like...
Has this been stated before? This Eric Metaxas Texas guy, like, he's totally fucking gay.
Oh, I thought he had like a fascist haircut. I don't know if Eric Metaxas is gay. I
totally gay.
I think
is gay, like flaming.
I think the bald guy over here on the right is setting off my gaydar a little bit, but he's probably into some like weird shit, right? Because he's like more openly fascist, and they're always into some.
He just looks like a penis. That's what it is, Dave.
Might be.
Well, we might have to go there. I mean, you just wrote a book about the American Revolution.
In that case, he's got his head up his own ass, so I guess he's the only gay guy who has achieved being able to fuck themselves.
People had to go there. They went there because they were compelled to go there because circumstances required them to go there. And it seems to me that circumstances may require Mr. Trump to go to a place where he has to declare certain emergency executive powers to deal with an organization that wants to destroy the country. And, and that means probably taking some people off the game board in a very demonstrative way. And
well, we've been hoping for the longest time, but I mean, Comey, Clapper, Brennan, Obama, there's still been no.
Those are dick sucking lips if I've ever seen dick sucking lips. He's very well dressed, very well groomed.
So this
I
guy's
bet he
talking
smells
about
nice. That's a gay man.
He just had a laundry list of people that he's like upset that Trump didn't execute. I don't know if you were paying. I know. Maybe you're a little horny for Eric Metaxas.
Trying to peg him as gay.
We are still dealing with.
I can't get over it.
Rogue judicial system, and obviously, it's been an enormous problem to be able to bring a case to the D.C. federal.
Sassy neck motions, indeed.
Even now, you have NGOs that are running training sessions.
Running trains? Oh.
Jury nullification to train up the citizens of the District of Columbia who might be called to a jury to tell them how to go about screwing up a case that's been brought to it.
Are you telling me that people on their side haven't been talking about jury nullification, especially these sovereign citizens, right wingers and shit? Like, it's all over YouTube. Oh my God, the Antifas are going to train people in jury nullification.
Screwing up a jury.
I think they're talking about that guy that they couldn't indict, funny enough, for throwing a ham sandwich. Because you could indict a ham sandwich, you just can't indict the guy for throwing it. I think that's what I think they may be referring to that.
That's completely insane. You kind of wonder why that's not a prosecutable crime.
What, informing people about what jury nullification means?
Well, I mean, what you just said
seems like free speech.
I mean, I think we all, those of us who care about the country, realize that others have done this. Yeah. Lincoln did it, but what would that look like? And is Trump even thinking about that? Does he have people around him thinking about that? And again, the political calculation, that's a big piece of it. Mm-hmm. Can he do that before the midterms? What's that going to look like? I mean, if ever the No Kings people would be losing their minds, he does nothing and they lose their minds. When he does something, you have to wonder what that would look like.
If by decree, Donald Trump even attempts to outlaw any political party in this country, I will be on stream losing my Twitch account, telling everyone to overthrow the government.
I don't know. This is like 5 months. I don't think they're going to let us have an election, or it's going to be a sham election or something. Something's going to happen. They're going to try their asses off.
Yeah,
people like to say voting doesn't matter. Look how hard they're fucking trying to stop you from voting. So it does matter. I promise you it matters. It's not everything. It's not the end all be all. Everybody has their purpose. We should all be multifaceted, multi-pronged, but electoral politics is the least you can fucking do.
So there's a case in front of the SCOTUS, and it relates to voting. It's about birthright citizenship. And it seems like it's not really going well for the Solicitor General. And the Solicitor General is the person at the SCOTUS who argues on behalf of the government. Of all people.
Hold on, know his name. They were calling him D. as in like the letter D, John Sauer. But I didn't have his name in front of me, so it sounded like they were calling him Dijon Sauer, and I thought that was like the coolest name ever. Like I wanted to rename myself Dijon Sour.
That sounds like the worst vodka drink in the world. Or the worst vodka sandwich, a Dijon Sour. Anyway, this isn't going very well. This isn't going very well because well-known liberal lefty lunatic Neil Gorsuch is going to ask the Solicitor General a question here, and it's not going to go very well.
Do you think Native Americans today are birthright citizens under your test and under your friend's test?
I think so. I mean, obviously they've been granted citizenship by statute.
Put aside the statute. Do you think they're birthright citizens?
No, I think the clear understanding that everybody agrees in the congressional debates is that the children of tribal Indians are not birthright citizens.
I understand that's what they said, but your test is the domicile of the parents, and that would be the test you'd have us apply today, right?
Yes. So if a tribal Indian, for example, gives up allegiance to...
Born today, birthright citizens.
I think so on our test. Yeah, if they're lawfully domiciled here.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I have to think that through, but that's my reaction.
I'll take the yes. That's all right.
Whoa, dude, he's like, I'm not sure. Oh no, this is gonna. I think like all of them except for like Clarence Thomas and maybe Alito are gonna be like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit.
Oh, it's gonna be like a 7-2.
Yeah, it's gonna be Thomas and Alito.
Kavanaugh might join if it ends up being 6-3. Then it's Kavanaugh joins with him.
So here's more.
Amy Coney Barrett has exceeded my expectations. She's been a way better judge than I ever would have thought she would have been.
Here's a little more of this, shall we?
Concept creates allegiance. That's General,
you said in your reply brief that the children of slaves who were brought here unlawfully, in defiance of laws forbidding the slave trade, would in fact be citizens. And we can imagine that their parents were not only brought here in violation of United States law, but were here against their will, and so maybe felt allegiance to the countries where they were from. And you say that the purpose of the 14th Amendment was to put all slaves on equal footing, newly freed slaves on equal footing, and so they would be citizens. But that's not textual. So how do you get there? You say it in just a few sentences, so can you elaborate?
Sure. If you look at I think if you look at the 19th century sources, what you see is that even though their entry may have been unlawful, 19th century antebellum law never treated their presence as unlawful. In fact, quite the opposite. One of the concept that creates allegiance. That's
General, you said in your...
Did he just cite antebellum law from the 19th century?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is too stupid. I there's some chance it goes down 9-0, right? There's some chance that even Clarence Thomas and Alito cannot bring themselves. It's a very slim chance. Very slim chance.
I think the most likely is 6-3, but it could very well be 7-2.
All right. Well, since we've been looking at the horrors of the world, I would like to offer up a palate cleanser. Is that all right with you?
Sure.
So this is, well, I don't even need to describe this. This is adorable. Watch this. It's only 7 seconds, so we'll watch it twice.
Make me overdrive.
Overdrive. Hell yeah. I wish that would have been longer.
Which fit do you like the best, Dave?
The I'm not even into like powder blue or whatever, but I like the light blue one.
You like the light blue one?
Yeah. I know it was quick. Do you have a fit on there that you like the best?
I didn't really get to see it.
Yeah, it was too fast.
It was really fast. Yeah, it was.
So here's another one. This is a doggo this time. This is pretty interesting actually too. This is a border collie, which you wouldn't really think of as, I don't know, anything other than like a dog that your friend has, but watch what this dog is able to do.
It's a really smart dog. What are you putting it down for?
I'm not. Watch what this dog is able to do.
The dog can ride on a human's hand? That dog's got hands. some puppies love to work. And they should be put to work. Puppies should never work for cops. Never be used in the military. Now this puppy can like help find a missing child. Like maybe the EMTs have dogs and not the cops. I do believe that not only do I automatically assume the cops are probably abusive to the dogs, just the act of having them do police work is abusive. Having them help the blind or find and rescue kids and shit. Wonderful.
Like fucking, that's amazing, right? Like we saw kind of where he threw it, and you and I would have been hard pressed to find that fucking pen out in that field, but that dog didn't see it. That's fucking amazing.
Absolutely.
What a pretty dog too. So that's our palate cleansers. No good vibes. No good vibes ever until maybe the palate cleanser next week. So we got a couple more before we go into red light. Did you know Tiger Woods is not having a good week?
Ooh, I've not watched this yet. Let's do it.
So here's
a call his friend.
Here's Tiger Woods.
Friend.
Here's Tiger Woods. I guess he flipped his car over like again. I think he is good at flipping cars over.
He's got a bad drinking problem.
Yeah, very bad. But he's got enough money that you just get a fucking chauffeur. Like what the fuck?
I don't understand it, but I guess it's once again like a power issue, being in control.
You won't take my driving away, drunk driving away. He like drives down the street.
You can call in. You have all the money in the world. You can Uber. You can get a taxi. You can do whatever in the fuck. You can call a friend and pay him $50 to drive you somewhere.
Fuck, you're famous. You're Tiger Woods. You could just cop a ride from somewhere. Anyway, here's Tiger Woods.
Really nice car, and he likes driving it and shit.
Here's Tiger Woods talking to the cops, who we don't love the cops here, but I think like one of the only decent things the cops do is fucking pull over drunk drivers. I wish that was all they did, actually.
And they probably treat them incredibly well. And now, if all cops treated all citizens this way, that would be different, but they only treat the rich people this way.
Check this out. This is fucking amazing.
All right, you got it. All right, thank you. Bye. Say again?
Just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
The fuck you were?
Of course he was.
That's what my friend's dad used to say he was doing before he'd go take a shit. He'd be like, I'm going to go talk to the president.
He really was talking to the president, though. They're golf buddies.
I don't know if he was talking to the president or not. Maybe he was, but I don't know, man.
No, he legitimately knows. Of course, Trump loves golf. Trump's probably fucking a huge fan of Tiger.
We haven't been covering the Daily Wire.
I'm sure he has Trump's number.
We haven't been covering the Daily Wire ghouls that much lately, but here's Michael Knowles, and it's his coverage of the NASA launch. And
okay, so I covered the Daily Wire on my show tonight, and I covered the Jonathan Majors falling through the window. But let's talk about, like, how much longer do you think that organization's going to last?
I don't know. My understanding, and I don't know for sure, my understanding is that they blew a ton of money trying to make major motion pictures. And that, what's her name? Brett, I forget her last name. She quit in the middle of like the filming of one of the movies.
She was their biggest star. She was doing the Snow White.
It's emphasis on white.
She by far their biggest personality on the channel.
And yeah, she quit right in the middle of the fucking movie. She didn't really spill the tea, but she's alluded to that these people are crazy, basically. Brett Cooper is her name.
Well, yes. Well, when Jeremy Boring left, I thought it was all going to completely fall apart, but it's lasted longer than I thought it would. But apparently Ben Shapiro is losing viewers and subscribers at like a drastic rate.
Well, here's Michael Knowles covering the fucking NASA launch. Watch that. Like, look. Come on, man.
Which was awesome, by the way. We watched it on stream.
Oh yeah. I agree. But look at why is he wearing like gas station sunglasses and a suit? I don't understand. Anyway,
supposed to be Secret Service.
There's people there who don't think he's really there, and I think that might be true.
I don't think he is. That's a green screen, I think.
Michael, go touch the grass. It looks like a green screen. Okay, you know what? Fine. You know what? Fine. Okay, I'm going to have to take my microphone off. I don't care. I need to prove to you that this is real. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm taking my ears out.
Oh, he's totally not going to touch grass.
Did I guess he is there?
No.
Wait, why is he doing jump? Do jazz hands. Do spirit fingers.
Why are you handing me the donut? This is real. Did that do it?
All right. Well, I guess he's there.
I hope that did it.
Well, that sucks for the rocket launch.
There.
Unless he's under a tent or something and they've got lighting.
Did I convince you? It was the most exercise I've had in years. Did I convince you? I need to put my Let's see. Let's see.
This is funny though. This is like kind of like watching Destiny get mad at his chat.
I want to know, did I convince you that this is real?
So I think he is there. I think those lights
you just made me think you've got a large area behind you and I can't actually see what's down there.
I think the lights, I think they are lighting him, but you light people outside sometimes. I mean, that's not like, I don't think that's
there is a tent there. I see the anchor for the tent.
Yeah.
Cause that's what was tripping me out was cause of the shadows and shit. So they're like studio lighting him under a tent.
Well, he is wearing a suit in the fucking what must be like 90-degree weather. And where was the launch? Was it in one of them fucking 85, 90%? Was one of them
Florida?
Yeah, it was one of them places where if you walk outside in that suit, you're just immediately the suit is just drenched. So
I'm pretty sure it was like 90.
They probably got like fucking air conditioners and shit pointed at his fucking soft ass because he couldn't just go out there in a t-shirt.
Also true.
That's how that's like one of the ways that you know that burn notice is fake is because like Michael's always wearing a suit and never sweating. So
I can't go a single time of being on stream with Dave where he doesn't mention burn notice.
Check out our podcast.
Then again, you can't be on stream a single time with me that I don't mention GOP mommies. So fuck, we're even.
So there's this guy's name is Jonah Platt. He runs like a pro-Israel a Jewish podcast, or probably mostly like evangelical Christians are probably his audience because that's like the way a lot of this pro-Israel stuff is. But he's mad at Ms. Rachel.
Is he married to Taylor Swift?
He's mad at Ms. Rachel. Do you know who Ms. Rachel is?
Yeah, the preschool teacher on YouTube.
Yeah, if you didn't know who she was, I'd be like, that's okay because you're not 7, right? Like, so he's mad at like
I only know who she is because of the news though, because like fucking they've gone after her.
Yeah, here's him going after her.
Wanting kids to live isn't anti-Semitic. If you're already on Team Rachel or just not paying attention, you might not see anything wrong with that sentence. It's technically true. After all, wanting kids to live is not
technically true.
Those 5 words do an enormous amount of anti-Jew demonization. In this framing, the only possible reason a Jew would call Miss Rachel anti-Semitic is not because she's done anything Jews might find harmful, but because she wants children to be alive, from which we infer that those evil Jews do not. She destroys the reputation of an entire community while appearing to say nothing controversial.
If you don't want them to be alive, then why you keep killing them, son?
Well, and I would
not
suggest
all Jews. The Jews aren't doing it. It is specifically Israel.
Right. I would suggest
the Zionist.
I would suggest that his framing is the anti-Semitic framing, is that the actions of Israel's the Likud-controlled governing coalition of Israel reflect on all Jews, which I find that to be rather bigoted, if you ask me.
Yep.
In perhaps her most explicitly implicit post, She describes, quote, good people as those who want kids not to be killed or lose limbs, and, quote, not normal, absurd people as those who accuse others of being anti-Semitic or paid by Hamas just for wanting basic human rights for kids.
She's totally reasonable.
Must be that these not normal, absurd people, whoever they are, just don't want kids to have rights and would prefer they lose their limbs and die. She never has to say Jews don't care about Palestinians or Jews are the enemy of humanitarian values.
Wait, what? But that's because that's what she doesn't mean. I didn't infer that from this.
False binaries that position her as good and her Jewish critics as evil, then lets her followers go buck wild in the comments section.
Her followers are 6.
She might not post explicitly hateful language herself, but she sure built the room where it lives.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I talk to stupid ass right wingers all day.
Yo, dude, I'm just telling you that there is nothing more anti-Semitic than conflating the entire world Jewish population with the behavior of a rogue right-wing government. And half of the fucking people there don't like the fucking Likud party. What are they, fucking anti-Semitic now too?
But also, like, 2/3 of the people there don't like Palestinians either. It's very weird.
Oh yeah. Like yes, people. Yes, Israeli Jews can be bigots. Anybody can be a bigot.
The polling is very disappointing.
But Ms. Rachel,
to say the least.
Ms. Rachel, not a bigot. I don't think.
No.
So we're not going to do too much on this. The Hassan discourse has gotten incredibly stupid. I don't know if you've been following this at all on Twitter.
Nope. No, but I'd fuck this guy.
So this is Tim Miller. This is his pod. He does the Bulwark.
You would too, wouldn't you? He bought you a drink. You would.
I don't know. He's got a husband. I don't know. I'm not a home wrecker. What is his husband?
And if they were looking at you from across the border?
I don't know if it's.
I had no idea he was gay.
Anyway, so I probably wouldn't fuck
pussy. He would crush pussy if he wanted to.
I probably wouldn't hook up with Tim Miller. I think he's an idiot. I do like his pearl necklace. Never mind. I can't fucking.
I have no idea. Because I always confuse him with the Vidor dude, and that's apparently not him.
So
from Pod Save America.
They are kind of similar, not in their tone and the kind of dumb shit they say. Absolutely. So here's him and his co-host. I forget her name, but she was like a Republican until like 5 minutes ago. And so of course she doesn't like Hassan Piker. They're here to like air it out and have a fucking reasonable discussion about fucking Hassan Piker. They had a whole podcast about this that we're not going to watch, but we'll cop a 2-minute clip of it. We have one more thing to watch before red light.
The popularity of this war and of Israel and of Middle Eastern conflicts is going down by the minute within the Democratic coalition. And so for you to be like, now we as the centrist establishment serious types want to exile a far leftist from here because he has some impure thoughts about Israel. It's like, all you're doing is making him more powerful. All you're doing is making people think you're a bigger idiot. To pick right now to have this fight. And it is truly, it's like madness. Like the entire country is moving the other direction. We can just be honest. It's moving Hassan's direction on the question of Israel. And you're like, we're going to pick a fight with him on that? Right now? When Bibi and Trump are
really stupid.
They got us in this war they don't know how to get out of. They're doing war crimes, bombing schools, girls' schools. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. We did this already 5 years ago where a bunch of liberals were like, you can't go on Joe Rogan. He had some bad opinions. I was just like, we can't do this shit again. Okay? You can't do this shit again. This is stupid. If you personally don't like Hassan Piker, that's fine. Me and Hassan disagree on a bunch of stuff. We're going to argue about a bunch of stuff over the next coming years, the rest of our life, as long as we're streaming. We'll be arguing about various things, and that's fine. People can agree with me sometimes, him sometimes. Maybe some of you agree with me all the time, him all the time. That's fine. But like, what is the utility of trying to shun him and his audience right now? If you're in the pro-democracy coalition, it's moronic. So, some of the people who are involved in that, I talked to something else from the third way, and they're like, we're opposed to the war. They've posted about that. They've tweeted that clearly. Like I said, that there is some evidence that, you know, Plattner and others have distanced themselves from Piker, and so it's not as if there hasn't been some effect to it. But I just think in the like short, medium term, like the trajectory of this, like this is just really, really dumb.
He's right. The guest that he had on is this lady that was a Republican until like 5 minutes ago, and she's like, "Yeah, but he said a meanie baddie bad." Also, like I don't think it's a fair comparison, Hassan Piker to Joe Rogan. They're very different. Joe Rogan does a straight up interview show where he interviews famous people. Hassan Piker, he does not have the "I'm going to interview people" show. So it's not even like they're not even the same kind of format at all.
He has people on and he does interview people, but like that he's mainly doing what we're doing, and it's just, you know, commentary, running commentary. I evoked your name yesterday on Stonercast as we came up on not this specific topic, but we were discussing, you know, people in the community, and I won't even say the name of the person, but I evoked something you said to me 5-6 years ago, and I'm going to butcher it probably, is that you don't want to attack people who are ostensibly on your side, even if you disagree with their tactics or you disagree with certain portion of their platform. If they're ostensibly on your side, you kind of hold your fire.
Well, it just depends too. It depends. Like you can like, I think, and I don't always like the word attack, but I think there's a difference here, right? If you're like going after somebody, yeah, then they better be fucking worth going after. If you just don't like a dumb take that somebody had or whatever, like you could say, oh, I think that was a dumb take, but then you move the fuck on because it was just a dumb take, or it's just like in your opinion. That's very different things, right?
Okay, so I also think that we have something going on here at this moment. Another perverse incentive structure is that Hassan is incredibly popular. So talking about him gets you traction online, gets you more engagement, whether it's good or bad. So taking a stance on Hassan is good for engagement online. That's why I'm finally going to break down and do a segment on it, because it'll probably do good numbers on YouTube. Even though I don't give a fuck about Hassan and don't really want to do it.
I mean, I'm just in the shit like, oh, I've been, my thing on Twitter, like, as always, you get two people like, oh, Hassan's good or Hassan's bad. And both of them, I'm like, well, both of you are paying a fascist for a blue check mark. So I don't really think I should have to listen to either of you on how to best organize to fight against the unfolding fascism that we're living through. So go fuck yourselves. And people are not happy with that shit.
You're gonna kill me if I get a blue check, aren't you?
What?
Don't do it. You're gonna go nuts on me if I get a blue check. I want to see how I've been doing vertical streaming. I want to see how it performs on different platforms.
I don't know. I would say I think that was stupid, but I wouldn't waste a lot of time on it. I would spend 5 seconds on it, right? And I would just move on. I don't care if you do things like. If you do something I don't agree with, I'm not gonna fucking, like, these people are freaking out about Hassan Piker. Right?
Oh yeah.
So like that's a very different scenario to be like, oh, I don't think it's a good idea, no matter what you're trying to do, to give that guy money or encourage him in any way. I know it's only $8, but like that. Then that's it. Like, because
$4 for 2 months.
But then I don't care, right? Like I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, because also the main the people I'm talking about are going on there like fucking scolding everybody about the way in which they're fighting fascism, and all the while they're paying apartheid Clyde fucking money for a blue check mark, and I just find that to be interesting. Anyway, we got one more clip before we go into red light. This guy is, we've been watching him a little bit lately. I don't know if you know this. The problem with our country right now is that the women bitches be voting.
At least one of America's biggest threats is white liberal women, because they are the ones literally opening up the doors of immigration, passing laws that degenerate society, releasing criminals to be repeat offenders, aborting babies by the hundreds of thousands and millions. It's why I really believe that we must, as a nation, repeal the 19th Amendment. Okay, the majority of women are not capable of responsible voting. We can see that just even in this video, right? These are all people that vote. Okay? The majority of women can't do this responsibly. And one last thing I want to say. What men are raising these people, right? Whoever you are, whatever father you are, whatever husband you are an utter failure. Okay, men, you must learn to disciple your wives and raise your daughters to not be feminists, to be sound.
The captions went by too fast. I thought it said discipline your wives.
A catastrophe on our hands of people thinking this way.
So I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think the reason they're going after white women is they literally think that white women are their fucking property. I think that's why they're like focused in this way on white women. I think that they think that like white women essentially like fucking belong to them, and so that's why they're spending a lot of time bitching about like the way that white women are voting. And I think I would suggest to you that that's fucked up. So.
Oh. And you need white women to make white babies. Exactly.
Yeah. They it's some Handmaid's Tale. Although the Handmaid's Tale, they seemed not. Oh no, all the handmaids were white actually. I think because they wanted to make white babies, but they allowed like the women to have other kinds of status in their system if they weren't white. They just couldn't pump out the fucking babies. So anyway, that's been the podcast part of the show. That was fun, wasn't it?
Yes.
Any answer would have been fine with me. Any answer would have been fine with me.
No, I always have a blast when I'm on with you, Dave.
Oh, the media wench brought up that Ruby, she was black. That's true. Oh, that is true. That's pretty woke fascism actually going on over there at the Handmaid's Tale. Anyway.
I don't know. I've never watched it or read the book, so no clue.
Ooh, worth a watch. Probably not what you think. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning into the podcast. If you are listening to the podcast and you've never watched the Twitch channel, you should check out the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Echoplex Media. Check out my co-host's Twitch channel. That's at JustinFreakin. And you can probably find links
JustinFreakin on everything. I'm killing it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Truth Social. I'm everywhere.
You're on Truth Social. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I tag Trump anytime I do a video about him.
So as people here already know, I'm going to change the color of the lights in my room and pour myself a strong cocktail, and we're going to go into red light. Just so you know what we've got in red light, there's this one that says, we got two at the beginning that I'm not going to tell you what they are because I don't remember because they just have descriptions. But then we got a meeting of the minds between Nick Shirley and Big Balls. Then we got Alex Jones finally jumped ship on Trump, and so has Sneeko. Sneeko has dropped like jump ship on Trump.
No, when you lost Sneeko.
Oh man, somebody else that just says, and this crazy lady, that could be anybody, also jump ship on Trump. And then there's a guy who was going to say that the Trump's like such a good con artist that he himself fell for the Donald Trump con, which is like a big cell phone, not a cell phone, but a cell phone. And Nick Fuentes is mad about Trump's refugee policy, and Andrew Tate is fucking melting the fuck down and crashing out. Then Scott Pressler, whose hair I swear is a wig, threatens to run for office or help someone run for office in Texas. And then we have one for the X-Files fans. It's about alien-human hybrids. And then because you've all been really bad, we're going to watch an episode of the Piers Morgan Show.
Oh, God. Who's you got on?
Oh.
Is it the dude from PBD?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
Oh, I'm not sticking around.
Oh, you're not sticking
in this chair for like 8 hours.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out for the podcast show, Justin. It was very, very, very fun.
Always a pleasure.
And as
love
people,
you guys,
and as people are well aware, we play a song by my friend's band Periscope, and then I don't know, I drink and watch stuff until I don't want to be talking anymore, and then I probably DJ till 4 a.m. Thanks again, Justin, and we'll I don't know, maybe I'll come on your stream sometime soon.
Please, I'd love to have you.
All right, everybody. See you in red light. Bye.
Why was I so blurry?